Hey guys, and welcome back to another video inside of my tutorial world. And oh my god, I don't believe it. Yeah, basically I'm re-commentating a game, video now because I'm an idiot. Okay, I turned my share party audio and everything off, and yeah, terrible. I'm an idiot. But yeah, what we're gonna be doing in this video is I'm gonna be doing a tutorial on showing you how to build a one-to-one trading system. So basically what I mean by that is basically throwing one item and then you get another one out, basically. But yeah, basically finally somebody actually gave me a suggestion as to what I should actually do in this video. Yay! So thanks so much, Greg Heffley. Amazing name, by the way. I do not know why you call yourself that. Weird name to call yourself on the YouTube channel, but you know, do that, why not? Yeah, basically he suggested this, as you'll be seeing on screen right now. Yeah, I haven't really had a suggestion in a very, very long time. So I've been taking inspiration from others. But yeah, basically what it is you throw one item, you get out another one. Very helpful for factions and stuff. You can see there, so the iron goes to the diamond, and then also these stairs are just trapping in all of the redstone inside, just so that people can't steal it, really, because you don't want people stealing your redstone. No, you don't want people messing that kind of thing up. But that is all you need to know, really. So let's just show you how this spectacular build works. So basically what happens is if you were to throw a block inside of this machine, well, not a block, but whatever you're throwing in there to get something else out, it'll give you an item back out, whatever's in the dispenser. Well, drop it in this circumstance actually, but you can actually throw all of the items in at once, and that's really handy, being able to throw in every single item at once, to be honest. And then it just gets it all out for you. You stand there and you just get 3 diamonds. So basically what I'm saying here is 99 is worth 1 diamond, and yeah, actually that's not that bad. But yeah, I was saying it'd be useful for factions most, using your currency, and then you put in your currency, whatever that may be, and you get a block of obsidian back out or something. Yeah, walking into this thing, basically what happens here is you throw the item into this top hopper, which then follows into the second hopper, and it basically goes into that stack 1 of 63. That's short of 64. It has to be 1 lower than the amount that it stacks to. And then basically what happens is when it goes in, the comparator actually senses that it goes out, and everything. And yeah, like I said, you can definitely do this with snowballs and stuff like that stack up to 16 and spawn eggs and things. It's just you'd have to put it to 15, and then you need 4 unstackable items to put in the next part. But I'll explain all of that bit later when we get more into the actual tutorial part of the video. Basically, it goes into the comparator, which then goes into all the other stuff, and then it comes up here. Now I'm going to show you. According to this gameplay anyway. So it goes into that hopper. It then senses it through this comparator that something has gone in, and the hopper is full. So that comparator senses that it's in there. Why do I keep going to the hopper? And then so this comparator goes into, what the hell? Goes into a repeater, which then goes into a dust which is underneath that block, which then deactivates the redstone torch, and a repeater which then turns off that redstone dust, which then means that it totally stops it allows things to flow through the hopper for a brief moment, so that one iron block goes into the chest below, and then it freezes it again, and then that redstone torch is turned off, which turns on this redstone torch, and then here you need to make sure that's in subtract mode, and basically that's just a loop circuit. Yeah, if it's not in subtract mode, it won't work. I made this mistake earlier. Just real quick to say, because it's also a suggestion, all this design is mine. I don't believe anybody has done this exact same design out there. Yeah, I made this design with not really any help at all, to be honest, which I like to do. I like trying things out new. Yeah, basically that redstone dust runs into this dispenser there, and that's how that works. Yeah, so it's pretty simple, to be honest, underneath and everything. Nothing too complex that nobody can build. Survival friendly, and it's really simple, to be honest. Yeah, nothing complicated at all. But now now you've seen that, I'm sure you're willing to get this into your world. So let's try and go over what you're going to need for this build. Yeah, brilliant. I'm not timing this right, am I, guys? It's pretty difficult. For this build is 22 blocks of your choice. I think that says that, yeah. One dropper. This has to be a dropper with dispenser. Then, like for instance, if you put in something which gave you an arrow, the arrow would come and actually hurt the player, or it could be potions, or it could be a spawn egg that comes out and like hurts the player. Not hurts the player, but just you don't want the spawn egg to come out, you want it to drop. So yeah, use a dropper instead of a dispenser. I also believe droppers are cheaper to make, because I don't think, do you need a bow to make a dropper? Not quite sure. I don't really make droppers that often, to be honest. Yeah, that's that. You're also going to be needing 2 hoppers. You can do it with just 1, but then everything that gets higher up, and it looks ugly, so just do it with 2. It works more fluently too, actually, to be honest. And you're also going to need 1 chest. It can be trapped. That's more expensive, so yeah, just use a normal chest. You're also going to be needing, whatever, switch over, there we go, a block of redstone. Yeah, just a single block. And you're also going to be needing 7 redstone dust, 3 redstone pieces, 2 redstone comparators, 3 redstone torches, and then you're going to be needing oh yeah, all of those top ones basically just for the basic redstone, and then this is all what you're going to be putting in the hopper. So you're going to be needing 63 of the items that you're going to be throwing into it, and then you're going to need as many as you can get of the items you want to come out to put in your dispenser. And then you're going to need 4 unstackable items, so they range from like hose. Yes, we found the actual use for like the wooden and gold hose, and they're really cheap to make too. But you can use beds, like I did in the original model, but for this one I'm going to be using hose. Moving on to the decoration side of things. None of the decoration is really essential, to be honest. Although I would say the ladder is fairly essential because it needs to cover up your dispenser. You're going to need a sign. Like I say, this decoration, you don't need it. If you don't want it to, it just looks a lot better. And the ladder, even if you're not going to take all of this, I highly recommend having the ladder. As people can't steal it, but you're going to need 1 sign if you're going to do this, and then 2 item frames, and that'll be to put in like your item you're putting in and the item you're putting out, and then the signs will be like an arrow in between them. 1 carpet of your choice, and like I said earlier, just 1 simple ladder. And why are things so slow? And yeah, then you're going to be needing 1 of what you're going to be putting in and 1 of what you're going to be putting out, so we could put in the item frames. Yeah, that's everything you're going to need: decoration, hopper fillings, and the redstone itself. And yeah, I bet you guys are real eager to head into the actual. So first things first, you're going to want to be digging yourself a 3 by 4 by 3 deep hole in the gotta make sure you've got these dimensions right. It can be pretty important. And what you're going to want to start off with first is, it doesn't matter which direction you actually place this chest. It could be any way if you wanted. Yeah, just place your chest some direction here. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah, place your chest there, and then place 2 hoppers on top of it. Make sure you're crouch placing these hoppers, otherwise they won't be going into a chest or anything. Because if you do normally, you'll actually find they are going into like the wall here. And then yeah, so just definitely make sure you crouch placing, otherwise you'll be mad at me saying it doesn't work, but in reality you place the hoppers on. And then you want to place 2 blocks of your choice here, coming out from the chest. One redstone comparator facing outwards, with redstone repeater in front of that, which is facing into a block with a redstone dust underneath it. And then you don't have to put a block to the right hand side of this, but I recommend doing so. Yeah, I did put this on the list, but it's not essential, it's not required there. It will still work without it. I just feel it actually runs smoother. It doesn't really have much effect on the redstone at all. Doesn't really have any, but it just makes it feel a lot more compact. And then, yeah, we want to go and place another block on the left hand side of your redstone torch. Not a redstone torch, on the redstone dust. And then a redstone torch on the side of that block, and then a redstone torch like on front of that block, with a repeater in front of that, with a block in front of that, with dust on top of that. Oh my god, I put behind. A redstone block on the side of the right hand side of the repeater, not the repeater, the comparator, with redstone dust on top of that. And yeah, you can flip this entire thing around if you really wanting to, and I totally meant to do that, guys. Yeah, make sure you're doing that with your repeater. I meant to do that totally. But yeah, then what you want to do is come above your redstone torch on the side of that block, place another block of your choice, and then you want to place any redstone torch on top of that. That should be shown as off. And then on top of that redstone torch, you want to crouch place another block. Actually, you don't have to crouch place that. But then in front of this redstone torch, you're going to want to make a 3x2 grid of the blocks of your choice. And then raise this block upwards. However, don't destroy the one below, otherwise you'll be able to see into the redstone afterwards, and your item might pass through it. Although I doubt your item pass through it, you'll just be able to see the redstone, so don't bother. Then you want to place your comparator coming out of that block. And with a repeater going into it, and then just redstone dust over around the rest of this, and make sure you put your comparator in subtract mode like this. There we go, I actually did it, because yeah, that's why I slipped up the first time and it won't work. Basically, if that's not in subtract mode, what will happen is it'll just keep like, it'll be breaking itself. Yeah, you can't put multiple in at once, basically. Yeah, that's all of the redstone bit done. Yeah, so that's all the redstone mechanics you're going to be complicated with. That might be muffling your brain a bit today. Doubt any of this is that complicated for you guys, and I'm sure all of you guys can understand this once you've seen it once, and will remember it to build it yourself. But now get your blocks of your choice out and put a little arc in front of it. And then in the middle of that, place your dropper. And yeah, now you're fully done with all the blocks of your choice too, and everything else you're done with. So yeah, that's like the main part of the tutorial out of the way, and you can leave it at this. Yeah, you don't have to go any further. That is the essential part. That is all you're going to be worried about. Actually, no, you can't leave that at this. Obviously, you can't leave that at this. I haven't filled up the hoppers, have I? So yeah, let's get ahead of it, do this. So, with your 63 items of what you're going to be putting in, like dropping into that hopper, you want to, and your 4 unstackable items, by the way, guys, obviously. Before I do that, let's just put as much of what we are receiving from this trade into the dropper, so whatever that might be, arrows, diamonds, obsidian in this case. Yeah, I'm doing this very faction themed. I'm going to be doing a nether star for a obsidian, so like the nether star is a faction's currency, but it has to be in this bottom hopper you do this. Place your 63 currency first, and then place your 4 unstackable items following that. And then yeah, this chest is really accessible. So if you're doing this, just not fractions, but you're trying to like get items that you want but you don't have at the moment, but you know players do, then it's really easy to get, as you can just come in here and open up a chest once people have traded and got the items that you don't want and you're willing to give away to get the item that you do want. So yeah, once you've done that, that is moving on to the decorations now, really. So moving on to the decorations, you are going to be getting out all of your stuff, like your ladders, etc. And yeah, as you can see, it's going to work now. So if you just shove one nether star in there, then yeah, it's going to work. But if you shove in 6, and I'll get 6 obsidian back out, as that. And yeah, that is the absolute bare essential now. You can leave it this if you're willing. You can even take out them corner blocks if you don't want them. You could have this as bare as you want. You could just try and get rid of as much blocks as you can, make this as like less materialized as you can. Yeah, moving on to decorations, make sure you put a ladder on there. I'd really recommend this, because if I have to mine down to get it, I'd probably make that out of obsidian maybe, so you can't mine down to get that as much. And then you don't really want your hopper accessible either, to be honest, so yeah, I recommend putting your carpet on top of that. Oh yeah, and also on the hopper, it can get clogged. If you are throwing in 5 items that are named different things, then it can indeed get clogged, because nothing else can go through it, which is kind of sad. Yeah, so it can get clogged with people messing around with it, so make sure you keep coming and checking and emptying it out if other items have been placed in this thing. You don't want that at all. And also quickly saying, because of the thing downstairs with the hopper, because it has to be that exact block, you can also have it as like a password door and have it going into a door instead of a dispenser. So you could have it as a renamed item. And yeah, really fancy. Yeah, place your carpet of your choice on top of your hopper, and now you're done with your ladder and your carpet. Place these 2 item frames in the top left corner, really easy. And then when you're writing your sign, you want to find like an arrow, so you want to find like the S and S symbol that's like stuck together, I don't know what it's called, and then for all the different colours, you can put after it, so letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and then choose like a modular thing, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0 is just a default, which is helpful for these item frame things, is the default is actually a white colour. But 1 is blue, 2 is green, 3 is light blue I believe, and 4 is red. I'll just go through them basic ones. I'm going to be using number 2 because I want the green. It's like success colour, you know, like it's like this has worked. It's raining outside, this is brilliant. So yeah, I want to put that weird symbol, and then 2, and then like the lines, and then the arrowhead facing to the right hand side, and as you can see it'll be coloured, yeah, just like that. A nice little hidden coloured sign tutorial if you're interested in that. And then before you put in your items in here, as you know, the last update we've actually made it so you can actually put them in there, and it will show the name. So what we're going to do is rename these, and we're actually going to put colours in front of this. So the nether star, I just want to be a bit white, and I want it to like be there, so I'm going to put the word S symbol, then F, which is white, and then 1, and then a space, so 1 nether star, and it'll be white, even though the default colour is white. I just believe this is a whiter white. Yeah, as you can there see. Let's take this thing out and put this in there. There you go. It does look very default colour. And then we're going to get 1 obsidian, and because the default is indeed white, we want it to be black to suit obsidian, so we're going to put the weird S thing down, and then 0, and then 1, and then space for the obsidian, just like so. There we go. So now that text shows up black. Brilliant. So 1 nether star goes to 1 obsidian, 1 nether star equals 1 obsidian. And yeah, if you throw in that nether star, whatever the currency is and whatever it's called, it's not going to work. It will clog it up because it's renamed something else. It has to be named the exact same thing of what is in the hopper at the current time. You can't have it like that, it just won't work.
Yeah, that is basically all you're gonna need. So yeah, various decorations and everything. However, I'm gonna show you how you can cover up redstone because it's really bugging me now. I'm sorry I didn't include this in the list, so I'm just gonna get a basic idea out. Just how you could cover up the redstone, although obviously you guys can do it yourself too. So I'm just gonna surround it in wood. Don't do this, guys, if you try and make a replica of mine, because I didn't end up keeping this little bit in the end. I know I could predict the future. It's because I'm doing it after. Yeah, we'll place like a stair regularly, and then one upside down on top of that, and then a normal one on top of that, and just keep doing this around the entire thing. And oh god, my hay fever's activated. Yeah, so you just place a load of bottom facing stairs around it, and then top facing stairs on top of those upside down stairs. But on top of them, normal directional stairs just around that. And then on top of it, just put a load of slabs, just for why not? Because you don't want to get in through the roof either. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to totally get rid of this front bit here. I'm going to place that with slabs there. Replace this, put these back to slabs, and yeah, then take out these corner blocks. Yeah, probably take out all these logs too, and just replace these with the normal stair-like design I've done all the way around the build, just like so. So yeah, looking really nice. The redstone's really nice and compact. Really nice one-to-one training system. And yeah, obviously you're gonna want some light, so you can just get out some like glowstone or something, and put that in those two blocks in top. Yeah, well, that's a really good one-to-one training system. So thanks very much once again, Greg, for suggesting that. By the way, I think I would have said this, but odd name. What if you like got copyrighted for it? Don't upload videos to that channel, you might get copyrighted for it. Yeah, brilliant. And yeah, just guys, please suggest, because I've had to be passing down other YouTubers' ideas to you, such as last week's teleporter, and then the melon farm before that, and then everything else. Yeah, I've been having to pass them down, and it's not the best passing down ideas. However, I know funny guy, I believe it was him, did indeed comment on the survival teleporter video, but it does work. So I know I haven't seen it before, so it had been useful for some people, and I'm happy about that. Yeah, just please suggest ideas that you're struggling with, or what you're desperate for in your world, and I'll make sure that I'll do it. But yeah, that's that. And if you're interested in any of the Overwatch comp stuff, then I'm going to be uploading that tonight. And oh, I'm not even ending the video here. Yeah, we've gone through all of this great stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in the Overwatch comp stuff, then there's going to be video on Overwatch competitive tonight, at some point later on. So don't forget to go check that out. The last video actually got 2 dislikes pretty much instantly, so somebody hated me then. Not very great, but yeah, you guys seem to like it, like my actual regular viewers. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and please leave your suggestions because it's really helpful. But that's it from me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.